I think it's fair to say that both us and India in the two different games were in a position where they should have won the game and both lost the game. So, yeah, basically 50-50. It should have been 1-1, but the other way around. They should have won the first, we should have won the second. But from our point of view, it's pretty disappointing that we couldn't capitalise on being 2-0 up in the series. Yeah, I was very disappointed the previous game. I mean, as a number 3, your role is to get big scores. So in one aspect, it's nice to be getting runs and chipping into the team's total, but it's very important for me to make match-winning contributions. And the 50 in the previous game wasn't that. So if I do get into a position like that again, I'll be hard on myself to try and be more disciplined and trying to get the team over the line. I think we can improve in most of the areas. Our bowling was really good to get them 8 down, but when you have a team 130 for 8, for them to get 240, it's not what you want to do. You want to close the game down. So I think it played well into MS's hands there. You know, he had time to bat. There was almost the pressure was taken off him because there was no more batsmen batting with him, so he could just knock the ball around and be there at the end when he was already on 60, and then he could play a nice open aggressive game. So I think we made an error there to make it a bit easy for him. And then the bat, we were in a great position, 130 for 2. Myself and JP batting, one of us should bat through there and win the game. So disappointing that we had a lot of starts and not one guy making sure that they get the team across the line. Yeah, he's playing really well at the moment for us. I mean, I think it's almost a surprise to see how well he's done at the death. We know that Dale can bowl at the death. So to have KG putting his hand up and putting in amazing performances that he's done, it's great, you know, from a T20 perspective. For me as a captain, it's great to have another death bowler. He's had a few opportunities now where he's been able to learn, and he's been exceptional. So it's great for us going forward that a guy that's so young can win games of cricket for South Africa. I think the spin, we've played the spin really well. If I talk about the first game, the wicket there was more spin in the first innings. It was a little bit more tackier. The second innings, the ball didn't spin, and we still managed to get 300 plus. In the second game, we were in a position, like I said, 130 for 2. We were cruising the game. The spin wasn't an issue at all. But the nature of playing in these conditions, that when you do lose a wicket, their bowlers are especially good because they squeeze you. You don't get a lot of singles, they don't give you any bad balls. So then for a period of time they can be on top of you, and it's just a case of almost sitting and working through that to earn the right so that the momentum's on your side again. So we had the game in our hands and we lost it, and like I said, we will take the learning from that. Look, I know MS, I know he's a fantastic cricketer, and as all fantastic cricketers, eventually they'll produce the goods. So we understand that the game we're in, that it's performance driven. So 2 or 3 games, if you're not scoring runs, people will start asking questions. But if you've done good work like MS done for the period of time that he's done it, like I said, the good players will always make it to the top. Even when they're under pressure, they'll come good. In terms of tactics, like I said, I think we played a bit into his hands in the previous game. There was quite a lot of pressure on him as a batsman in terms of scoring runs, and because they were 8 wickets down, basically he was just abiding his time. He was just batting deep. And if you give a good player like that opportunity to get himself in, bat to his tempo, he will make use of it. He'll take it for granted, or he'll take use of it at the end of the innings. And MS is a very good hitter. When he's on 50, it's difficult to bowl him.